Again, it's the second half. Okay, so we're here with Dwayne Prince, Sean Isom, Derek Perry, and we're discussing the life of single dads. These are the, or in his case, were the primary caretakers. So we're going to move on with our questions, and I'm going to start with you, Derek. So you guys are working fathers. You were, raising your son at that time, so you can still give us what happened at that time. How do you make time for your kids, for your daughter, that is?
The hardest part, because for me, I gotta do what I gotta do, so I have to accept like where I'm at. I do a lot of 3 to 11 work, so it's a lot of trying to parent from there, and it's hard. I mean, it's really hard. Like when I was going in at 3, I get that call a little after 3 that they're getting home, and you're like trying to set up meals, and I mean, it was to the point where like my job, I'm like, yo, I gotta make a move, but I'm just going. Like then they're putting me in Warwick. I was getting like, my job was going through staff and stuff, and now I gotta go. I don't want to work in Warwick. I'm a single. I need to be around here. So every single time, I can't emphasize it anymore. Like God is great. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying it because every time that I had something, we got through it. I got there. She never really it just always happens. It just happens, but it's not easy.
Right. Well, what I did notice is that in the near future, and I'm speaking this into existence, that you will own your own restaurant. So even in that, you can spend more time with her. Not just spending time with her, spend time in your dreams. But she can also, your dream can be a part of her as well, instead of her seeing you off to work and not being able, because 3 o'clock is a pivotal time because most kids are out of school.
Definitely.
So I know it's hard for you. By the time you get home, she sleep. You go to sleep, you wake up, she goes to school, and that's it. Definitely. But when you open your restaurant, at least there'll be some time where she can come and she can help and she can see you be you.
Definitely.
Because that's being you. When we're working in our gifts and those things that we're passionate about, and it just comes so natural. That's you. That's you. Definitely. That's you. That's you. And then she can see that, and then that time will be afforded versus now. So I'm going to look beyond this. Definitely. And I can see how tough it is.
Yeah, but the thing is too, like opening a restaurant, like that's like so far beyond it. Like I work with kids, so I like make sure that she can see the moves I'm making, like with kids. So for me, I kind of wanted to say like I want to open up something for kids, but that's a non-profit, so I skipped on it. It was like a restaurant. Mm-hmm. I got my hands everywhere. I just want to be involved with everything. But the main thing is, I mean, like what you're doing, and like a lot of people that I see, they're doing great things. So at the end of the day, I just want her to she needs to see, we need to do what you're doing, bringing the community together, talking about it. So for me, I mean, a restaurant and any kind of business like that is so far off. I want to be involved with stuff like this that is uplifting my community, her being a part of it, and as she grows, if I can get anything else, is to hear that she's out here trying to help people and uplifting our community and making our community a better place, which is...
Well, believe it or not, because I don't want you to look beyond that, but I know what you're saying, but having a business in our community, that's a plus up. Mm-hmm. Yes. You working to cook, when we're in, just because I'm doing this right here, it's still a business. It really is. But you can still uplift people. You can still feed the homeless. You can teach people culinary skills. You can do so many things, but just from a different angle in that, and still do what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about this. I've always been. I guess I probably got it from my mom, but I work it in with what works, and this works for me. And if cooking is your thing, and I'm just saying, and because you want to be an entrepreneur, then you work life into that. You work reality into that, and that's what makes it that's what makes it inspirational. That's what makes it empowering, and that's where the impact comes from. So just because you say, okay, a restaurant, how's that really helping people? Believe it or not, it's helping a lot of people. Because dudes gonna be like, how'd you do this? Oh, well, you know what? I had to go get a, I think it's safe serve or serve safe. I had to do this here. I had to do that there. And man, you could do it. You know what? You're a good cook. I need another cook. Come on, man. Come over here. Now you're providing jobs. You know? And then he might have problems with his daughter. Oh, I went through that with my daughter. But guess what? This is what you can do because it worked for me. So you got to look beyond just because it just looks like a job. But you can find empowerment in that.
Thank you.
So don't make, just because you are looking at it as, well, you know, I feel like I'm neglecting my real purpose. My real purpose is to be out here and helping to build, but that is building. And you have that in you. When you go live, when you talk, I see it, I feel it. So don't make yourself, don't dumb down those passionate things inside of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sean.
Well, with me, I work in the nighttime, so I have my kids all day. So it's really like, I'm not missing no time.
Right. Awesome.
Unless I have to do overnight or something, they're sick or something, that's different. But really, I'm not missing no time with them.
That's great. A lot of people don't have that luxury, so that is awesome.
Because I'm a bouncer in a nightclub. So I don't go to work till 10.
Right.
8:30, 9 o'clock, they're sleeping.
Right.
So now they work till 2, 3, unless I'm doing it overnight. So I'm not missing really nothing.
Right. That's awesome. That really is awesome. It's different dynamics here. And y'all make it work. Well, how did you make it work? Because it was the 3 dudes, right?
Yeah. It always work. I did my best for like 5 years. And at that point, by the grace of God, I met a woman who, she was at a certain point in her life, and some of the things that we wanted going forward, we shared the same goals and aspirations. So at that point, I finally let my guard down and let another woman be in my son's life. And you know, she grew up 3 kids of her own. I grew up 1. It was sort of a disparaged Brady Bunch get together, but that helped me continue my career, my studies, because it got to a point where at some point I think I was almost missing all of my son's valuable life.
Right.
And then I also felt like he wasn't getting the proper like homeschooling, you know, like the etiquette of, you know, chores and, you know, taking care of yourself, washing your own clothes. And I think with me being gone so much and working so much and trying to do it without any help, it was extremely difficult.
Right.
So, I mean, I did have at some point some assistance for a large amount of time. And that helped out in formulating him as an adult.
Okay. No, that's great, because sometimes you need that balance. And like you said, she came in and that's what she kind of did. You know, she brought that balance. So now you didn't really have to worry about, well, who's home, who's doing this, who's doing that. Because she was taking care of those things you couldn't when you weren't there. So, I get it. So, Dwayne, let's see, I'm going to do this one. So you kind of touched upon it. What kind of family values do you or did you instill in your son?
Well, I have a 2-year-old grandson. So I got to say, and I'm going to start by saying my son is a great father. He's just like his dad. That's my plug. No, but
you are a great dad. You are.
It's wonderful for me to see how everything that I did plays out. You know, like anyone who's got younger kids, I mean, everything you're doing today, tomorrow, and next week, next year, you're gonna wait to see, did they get it?
Right.
Did they figure it out?
Yes.
You know, and don't get me wrong, my story, I hope, was based on something different than my son's story is going to be. You know, don't get me wrong, my father was in my life, but my father was that weekend dad. You know, my mother, my father, they separated young, so that was that I'll see you on the weekend and I'll drop you off on Sunday. And don't get me wrong, he was there, but it wasn't nothing than what you see up here. You know, it was by no means, you know, this dedicated. So I see my son, he has his kid 3 or 4 times a week, and that makes me realize whatever it is that I did, despite the fact that I don't think I thought I did a good job, I did a good job. You know, and I also, I think he understands I wouldn't accept it any other way. You know, like he comes to me now and he says, you know, my son's mother wants this, or she won't do this, and I'm just like, well, you know what I had to do when I felt that way, right?
Okay, let's keep it moving. You, Sean?
Well, my sons are only 4 and 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have babies, so those family values you won't see pan out yet.
My 13-year-old lives in Connecticut, so it's just when I see him, I get to see him on the weekends. You know, depending on who wants to drive to Connecticut or who wants to drive from Connecticut, we try to, you know, take turns. You know, like if she's coming to Providence, I'll bring him home, or if I'm going
there.
Yeah, she'll come pick them up, or sometimes she can't come pick them up. Sometimes her boyfriend has the car, you know, when he's at work or something. Even sometimes he'll drop them off. Like, you know, it's just the matter of timing.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. Derek, type of family values and.
For me, right now in my life, you know, I made my own decisions around the age that she's coming up on now. That was my decision that, just for her, just trying to instill in her that, like, right now, like, sometimes the up and down school stuff that we go through, because she went from, like, you know, she went to every school over here like I did, except for high school. She went to Nathan Bishop, and then she got lucky. Once again, how great God is. Like, you have to put your name on a lottery, and she got in. Great school, great things going on, and you know, in Providence, they get out at 1:45. She's still in at 3:55. I think she don't like it. She was struggling with it, and then she's just, I feel like the way I'm like, what are you, like, what's going on? What are you gonna do? Like, I'm not a screamer. So for me, it's like, you know, Bub, cause school, me or her mother, school wasn't on things. So for her, it's like, for one, right now, I think we have, like, it's halfway through the year. So if you fall back, you don't want to stay back. It's just setting you back. You gotta flow with this, you know, so the values is just, it's your life. I mean, unfortunately, as parents and people, I mean, your kids are going to have to make some decisions on their own. So at the end of the day, I want her to know that if she don't make the right decisions, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, no, right.
So you would want to, this education's going to be great for you later on. Like, whatever you do that's positive is going to be great for you. You don't want to be what I know over there is going to be, and we know what that life is. We know what, like, underage, being pregnant, and all of this stuff, and it's not going to work out. We don't want to repeat what I saw, so go to college.
Right. No, I get it. I think a lot of us we feel you. You know, I had mine sitting right over there, and I'm sure she's heard that before, and she's probably like, oh, Lord. They've been talking. But believe it or not, all these parents up here have said the same thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
And but speaking of you, because you have a daughter, so how do you feel, because you have a teenage daughter as well, how do you feel about the way teenagers dress these days, remembering when you were that age as a male?
Teenagers in general are my kid, because I mean, I look around, like, they promote tight. When we was younger, and I'm obviously younger than you, but
yes,
you know,
I
know you my whole life. Just by a little bit. But the thing is,
the same age, so we're the same. No,
the thing is wearing these tights loosely. I remember, like, when we, like, if you wasn't running, even if you ran track and you had on spandex, and you was a girl, that was not, like, that was like, I hate to say it, but Hoeis, 6'8" or something like that.
Oh, it's,
No,
you said that. You said that.
did I say it right? That's how it was, like, and now everybody's wearing the tights, and it's like,
Back then you would call
I guess
it
this is the
slut,
time
all
now,
those
but
things. Well, I also think that because we have other culture and that are influencing the way clothes are these days, the style of clothing. So, I get that. You know, yes, definitely. So I just know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I
no, you're
just said
fine.
that.
You're fine. It's a challenge, but some kids ain't gonna really go do all that extra stuff. That's what it's starting to come down to. As a kid, what are you gonna do? You want to start wearing if my daughter wanted to wear a tight skirt, that's a bad sign. And that's going to be tough if that's the way she's moving.
If she can move in it.
I decided to back my daughter no matter what happens in this life, because this life is brutal and anything can happen. But if you want to wear tight skirts and you want to right now, if she goes on with her sisters and them, it's loose over there. I know it. I know it's looser, but you need to see. So sometimes I'm like, hey, you going over there or you staying?
Let me pack your bag.
She's trying to get over there. Because my sister, she's not playing that game, and it's different. And it's not that they are. It's just, everyone got that cool uncle, that cool something.
Yeah.
But she wants that peace. She wants that peace. And like somebody said to me, I think she liked, she has her own over there. She has a room. Like, I was rooming with my sister, and she just wanted to come. I didn't say, you're leaving from your grandmother's and coming with me, because I wanted you to be together. You just lost your mother. I'm here to the end for every single one of you.
Right.
But I don't want to pull you. So she was like, that's where I want to be. So every time, if she's over there, she'll take a Uber over there to get over there.
Well, I think with the clothes situation too, especially when you deal with females, because I was that age, and it's what boys like. No, it is, and that's what we do. We dress. We want to be liked. We want to be noticed. If you walk around like a boy, guess what? Boys think you're one of the boys. Yeah. And then you see all the other girls who you probably look better than and have a better body than, but they're getting all the attention. So you take on that because we want the attention. And it's unfortunate that, the boys play, the same role in this, because you're not giving me that attention, and everybody wants that. And it's that critical age. And these days, again, we have a lot of influences. I wore tight clothes, my whole high school year. I mean, even when I met my husband, I put on my tightest jeans. Wait, they all were tight. I'm like, oh, okay, these are the tightest. Don't help me put these on. But I'm just saying, because, and guess what? I got his attention. We're married. I'm sorry. Let me bring it back. I understand. Because there are consequences to our actions. I'm sorry, let me move on.
Tight jeans is the latest thing.
Yeah, it was. It still is. So, Sean, I do have a question. Do you think you can help other single dads with their children?
I think it, yeah.
I don't think I really meant to ask that question in particular, but how about this? Are you guys a part of any type of single dad support groups or anything?
Not I.
Probably about 5 years ago, I partnered up with the Rhode Island Mentoring Organization. They had launched a program called Men, the number 2B. And it was designed to help kids around 18 to like 22 make that transition from adolescence to adulthood. And a lot of kids, even when you see it now on the news, when you see these 18, 19-year-old kids, they're shooting each other, they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, they're robbing, they're stealing. That's a pivotal time that these kids, if they didn't have guidance, they don't know how to make that leap into adulthood. And I did participate in that for a couple of years because I felt like I could contribute something to that. So if I had an opportunity again, I would. But I would solely want to make it something where I felt like I had value. And that's definitely something I feel like I had value.
You see, we don't have nothing like that here.
Well, why you say that? So my next question is: have you ever thought about starting one or being a spokesperson? Because there are so many men who are misguided, feel as though no one cares, don't know any of the court system or any of those things. But when you have that support group, you can get tons of information from different people because everybody's experiences are different. But also that support group, it encourages, it helps to heal, and also to be able to talk with people who are just like me. So, I'm not sure if you ever thought about it or even thought about it since, I touched base with you guys about the segment, but maybe that's something to think about. Because I had someone contact me and was like, wow, I'm a single dad. I wish I could have been on your show. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you were a single dad. And this happens with just about every segment we do. So people need this.
Definitely.
They need to talk, especially men, especially because, to be honest, you guys are forgotten. We women, we are so dominant, and it's all about us. And we like it that way. I'm just saying, however, I'm glad I have brothers because I can see the other side. I'm glad I have a mother that actually cares about both sides. So it's not just one way. Oh, these are my daughters. You have the kids, blah, blah, blah. No, it's both. Oh, he has, okay, well, let's talk about your problems. Let's get through this. Or go talk to your sister, maybe they can help you, all these things. So I think a support group of some kind, it doesn't have to be something monthly or whatever, but something so that they know that they can contact you, or they can contact you, or they can contact you because maybe it's somebody that has a daughter, So that it not necessarily that full support group as we know where you're meeting and, you're having discussions or whatever it might be. But, just something to think about. So if someone reached out to me and they wanted to talk about this, but to you, would it be all right that I put them in contact with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is like my whole lives are free. It takes a lot just to sit here and be on camera, so that's a lot of growth. But I try to encourage people to go on there live and share. So for me, I'm speaking to a whole... I'm 40 years old, but I came up in '88. That's
I'm 42. I'm 42.
Yeah, so you're fine.
No, I'm joking. I'm sorry for me to cut you off.
You're fine. The thing is there's a lost generation out there. So I see people that are getting out. I've never been locked up. Thank God.
Amen.
But here's the thing. I got so many kids that are getting out from 10, 5. So when I go on there, like yesterday, I talk. So you don't know that yet, but I told the young brothers on the live because I know people. My ear stays to the street. Don't choose these streets over your kid. I'm not that dumb. I've been in the streets, but I'm not stupid enough to take the streets and whatever's going on over my daughter. That's why I do what I do. I work and I just try to do what regular people do because, I can't be playing with this. Like I say all the time, one false move is back to the basics. So that means a DUI, I can't move how I want to move.
Right.
I could lose my gig. So, and I still make mistakes like everybody else. But the main thing is to, like I say to the brothers, choose your kid. I know people that are getting jammed up. You got a baby. What are you doing? Like a baby. When my daughter was a baby, I didn't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss nothing now. I'm trying to make more time. But choose your kids, man. It's not even a debate. I don't get it. But that's what I try to inspire is for people to make sure that your kids are coming before this life, and people just going to jail for.
Well, that was actually my next question. All that you just said, because it says any words of encouragement for potential or someone watching in the audience that might be encouraged to take on such a task, or that are feeling as though they're choosing someone other than their child. But you just gave like some serious words of encouragement. Exactly, be there.
Don't be
Just
petty.
show up.
Don't be petty. You got brothers. If the brothers are out there trying to willingly, and brothers, that's what you gotta do. You gotta willingly. You gotta. Don't let her be even thinking of like what I said earlier about we can go down there and get a kid my last name. I mean, don't let that be there. Be there. Like, if you could spend the petty money that people spend at a bar, but then you're BSing about the 25 they want a week or 40. I'm looking at it like I got vices that's that price. So how am I gonna complain about having to pay for this? But get in your kid's life, stay in their life, try to work it out with her, and don't be if it's over, it's over. Like, the kid don't need to go through nothing. They need both of you.
And it's not just about money.
Yes.
Because some guys think because I don't have money, I'm not even going to deal with it. No.
Yeah.
Because it goes beyond money. Because guess what? You can be up today and down tomorrow.
Definitely.
It's about spending time.
Definitely.
Take your kid for a walk.
Definitely.
Read the kid a book. Hug on them. Love on them. Those things that
Definitely.
kids remember. Because if you hand them $1, their hand's going to stay out. You know what I'm saying? But if you give them a hug and some love, they're going to give that out.
Yeah.
So, any words of encouragement, Sean?
He done said it all.
I know. You reach way down. Bring something out.
This is only a snippet. This
Exactly. When I can, I get on and be like, yeah, D. D nice.
It's God. That's the thing is too. I'm not even I mean, when you get into a certain place in your life, I listen to certain stuff and it says you'll come into a time if you let your life get to that point where you ain't gonna have no one but God. So when you deal with him and you talk with him and you really get with him, everything is possible, and that's gonna work with you and your big BM. It's gonna work. But if you're bitter, you ain't kicking it with God.
Yeah.
You're probably just gonna keep an angry, bitter relationship with her. I never had that because I'll fight. I'll go above it. I don't want to fight with her because she was vicious. God rest her soul. So it's not gonna be a cute scene. So you know what? Let me try this way, that way, and it turned out beautiful because she came with me to try to make. She was there to the end to help me. Supporting me in my struggles. So, I mean, God bless her soul and everything, because I only got that because of the communication that I work with.
Yeah.
If I was petty, if I was ignorant, if I tried to do what people said, oh, go get your kid,
No.
I wasn't going to win anyway because, I said, the court system favors the women.
And not just that, we wouldn't let you win.
Yeah.
Matters like that. I might as well forget your parents. Or your mama, no. Dwayne.
Just always put the kid first.
Support.
Always. I mean, this is a partnership. Two people sat down and do whatever they did to make this baby. Love who your child loves. If you can't get along, if you can't be in a relationship with your child's mother, be her friend, because it's a partnership. And these kids don't care about incidentals like cheating or you don't have any money or skip all of that, because these kids need us both. They love us both. They don't love one more than the other. It's always equal, believe me. Do what you got to do to maintain some sort of rapport with these mothers and fathers, and make sure that these kids don't grow up without them, because believe me, those are the very kids we're losing right now.
Yes,
We're losing them.
that's right.
Right. Well, thank you, everyone, especially on live. So,
Definitely.
Thank you for having us all.
Yes. Our next segment is March 8th. February 8th, and that will be the Black History segment. Come join us live. We're going to talk to Pamela Hughes, Michael Van Leeson, and Angela Pierre-Louise. and talk about some of their Black history here in Rhode Island. It's going to be amazing. And then our show in March, on March 8th, is going to be Life After Prison, which is going to be another awesome show. And I have a special announcement soon. So just thank you guys so much for all the words of encouragement, for going live, for just praying for me. All those things matter to the audience, you guys. We had another sold out show. That's because of y'all. Thank you for believing in me. And we'll see you in February.